Good evening and welcome to Bariatric Foodie Live, the Pledge edition. I am your host, Nikki, and this is my venerable co-host.
Shannon.
And now that I'm done being a cross between Robin Leach and somebody that I don't even know, what's up, you guys? It is Bariatric Foodie Live. It is our week one of the Pledge edition, and we are coming at you from our respective locations, and we are really excited. Are you excited about the Pledge? I'm excited.
I'm so excited.
I am really excited because of the fact that it is here. I'm not good with anticipation, guys. I am not a waiter. I am not, or not waiter. I'm not good at waiting. I am not patient. I wanted the thing that, like, look, come on, let's bring it. And so now that, we're at the stage where people, are pledging and they're working their goals, it's very energizing. But getting here, and especially because Shannon, on Sunday, you saw me, I was kind of a nervous wreck because we are using from the ground up, we redesigned the tech structure of the pledge.
And by we mean not me, and like not even
Team Foodie. So yeah, we totally redesigned that from that process from the ground up. And the main difference that's happened now is that we used to have to manually like open pledging and close pledging at a certain, so we had to be like at the computer at noon each day of the weekend. So now it's all automated, which I love because guess what, Shannon?
Yeah.
I got to go to church on Sunday.
Yay!
I know, right? It was
good.
me and the Lord. I was praying for the pledge to go right. So yeah. So it was, so I was really nervous about the tech working right, but it seems to have worked perfectly. Some people had a few kinks. We helped them work it out because after all, we are in this to have you participate, not to lock you out. So we will go over in a minute a few little helpful pledge reminders. I do want to say that my internet is acting quasi stupid. So if I start to get like that, old kung fu movie thing where my lips are moving, but it doesn't match the words that are coming out of my mouth, roll with us, guys.
Yep.
Roll with us. In the meantime, I see folks saying hi. Continue saying hi because that will help the live feed push out to more folks who follow Bariatric Foodie. And
share it if they can.
Yes, sharing is caring. Right. Sharing is caring, people. Okay, so first thing I want to say is for the folks who are watching live or after the live show is that it is not too late to join into the Bariatric Foodie Pledge. You can go to bariatricfoodie.com/take the pledge and join the challenge where you will be making a goal at the beginning of the week, working hard on it throughout the week with the support of the Foodie Nation, and holding yourself accountable at the end of the week for the chance at great prizes. Marianne, that echo might actually be coming from me because I don't have headphones on. I don't hear an echo with Shannon. Shannon, say something.
Okay. Hello.
Oh, I don't know. Do you have an echo, Shannon? Usually we hear the echo.
Maybe slightly.
But it might be me. I heard that when somebody else has an echo, it's the other person's thing. So it's probably my fault. I'm sorry. We're always having tech problems on this show. Look.
Okay.
Anyway, we'll just talk one at a time. So anyway, it is not too late to join the pledge. If you are not already involved, you can go to bariatricfoodie.com/take the pledge. You can get into the pledge all the way up until the last week. Once the last week pledging is over, there really is nowhere to go from there. But up until then, you can enter the pledge and have a chance to win great prizes just for working your goals. Now, as you watch the show, if you are a first-time viewer of Bariatric Foodie Live, don't worry about remembering all of these links because I am going to update the status message of this live broadcast after the show so that you guys can have them. Cool. All right, so I want to give you a little update on how things have gone, how things have played out for week one of the pledge. So the folks inside the pledge Facebook group, that's another thing, you get access to a closed Facebook group for the pledge with fellow pledgers. Everybody's working their goals. So I told this to the pledge Facebook group on Monday night, but I'll tell you guys now that for week 1, we had 892 people pledge a goal, which is actually pretty awesome. I am always humbled when more than 3 people do something and when 2 of them are not me and Shannon. So I think that is really, really awesome. So I wanted to remind you guys, if you pledged a goal, that just keep working hard on it. We are going to go over what you do next in a minute. But first, we want to highlight our Pledger of the Week. Now, Pledger of the Week is something where Shannon and I, this week I picked the Pledger of the Week. Next week, Shannon will pick the Pledger of the Week. And it's just basically not a person or persons, because there can be several if we get inspired by several different people, who their effort or their story just really touched our hearts, and we just want to lift them up. There is no prize associated with being Pledger of the Week. You just have my eternal admiration and knowing that you inspired me this week. But this week's Pledger of the Week is Margaret Van Bruggen. And why is Margaret Van Bruggen the Pledger of the Week? I am going to tell you why. She made what I have to believe is probably the hardest pledge that has ever been pledged in the history of the pledge. Would you agree, Shannon?
Probably.
Yeah. I don't know if anybody has done anything harder than that. I don't know if anybody has tried to climb Mount Kilimanjaro during a pledge week. Somebody tried to find, the cure to the common cold or something like that. Those things I would consider more difficult than what Margaret is doing. Margaret actually committed to quit smoking during the pledge. And originally, I was like, I don't know if that's a good idea. I don't know how that's going to turn out. But you know what? She's been super positive. She's been very, very honest in the group about the struggle she's been having, about how hard it's been to sort of break habits. And so when you smoke, there are certain things you associate with smoking, like maybe after lunch you go outside and smoke, or maybe when a particular person comes around, you go out and smoke. And so she's been very upfront and honest about the fact that this whole thing is not easy for her. She's had urges. She has, routines that were built around smoking that she's trying to break. So I just wanted to pick her as Pledger of the Week for the first time because of the fact that I want to encourage her, keep on going. You are doing a great thing for your health and longevity. And if the pledge is giving you a kickstart to that, I'm so happy. I'm so proud of you. Share your struggles. It is okay if you struggle with this. Just keep on trying. So that is our Pledger of the Week. If you are in the pledge group, post your amazing non-scale victories, your struggles, your stories, because Shannon will be watching over the next week, and you may end up being Shannon's Pledger or Pledgers of the Week. All right, moving right along. Let's see. Let's talk about this weekend for folks who are participating in the pledge, because if you're a first timer, the first weekend that you check in can be a little bit confusing. I get that. So let's just go over what happens when real quick. Okay, follow me on this one. So the first thing that's going to happen on the weekend is that Saturday at noon, check-in opens. That's where people who pledged a goal for week 1 come back to the website and they say how their goal went. You're going to see a form on your pledge dashboard. You'll click through the link. You'll see the form on the pledge dashboard that says week 1, submit your check-in. You're going to click it. You're going to fill out the form completely. You're going to submit it. There is a deadline, as you can see, that runs from Saturday at noon to Sunday at noon. Both are Eastern Standard Time. If you need to know what time that is in your time zone, I would suggest you Google what time is noon Eastern Standard Time in whatever standard time zone you are in. That's the best way. You ask me, I may get it wrong, and I don't want to be responsible for your process like that. I love you guys. It's kind of stressful.
If they ask me, I'll definitely get it wrong.
So anyway, so that is Saturday at noon to Sunday at noon. So you have 24 hours to get that check-in in. And as some folks discovered this week, it is not only a matter of, we say no late pledges and check-ins accepted. This year, because of the automation we've instituted, it is simply not possible to submit a late pledge or a check-in. The pledge form goes poof, the check-in form goes poof, and you can't even access it anymore. So get it in, do it early, do it, because that's going to complete your entry into the week 1 prize drawing. Okay. So that's what happens Saturday noon to Sunday noon. Now, Sunday noon to oh, wait a minute, hold up. Sorry. Long subtitle. Sunday noon to Monday noon, we are going to be pledging our goals for week 2. So that's where you come to the website and you submit your week 2 goal. We will talk more about the week 2 sponsors next week, but the important thing to remember is that that's what we're doing. We are submitting our week 2 goals on that day. Again, you only have 24 hours to do it. Again, once it's closed, and we move forward with week 2. There were some folks who missed week 1. Do not miss week 2. There are still great prizes to be won, and we want you in this competition, not only for the prizes, but to just so you can officially be a part of it and be working your goals and say that you were able to get that pledge in. So that is what's going to happen this weekend. If anybody has any questions, you guys know how to get in touch with us. You guys know how to message us, private message the page, email me, tag me. Somebody texted me at God knows when in the morning on pledge day. It was not texting me on my phone, but texting me on Facebook Messenger. I was like, okay. So yeah, you guys know how to get in touch with me or Shannon if you have any questions. If you have any questions, ask the questions. If you have any problems submitting anything, say something. We can help you while everything is in progress. After everything's closed, it's closed and we're moving forward. Mm-hmm. I just want to emphasize that. Okay, so Shannon, mm-hmm. I've been holding some stuff inside of me.
I know.
And I feel like it's time to talk about it because I have to let it out.
Yes.
Okay. I have to let it out. Okay, so tonight I have 2 things, and one is a rant and one is just something I'm really passionate about, but I didn't want to say rant plus something I'm very passionate about, so we're just going to call them both rants for the sake of, talking about it. Yeah. But the first thing I want to talk about, my first epic Facebook rant is, okay, so if you guys, unless you're a part of the marketing world, you've probably not heard so much about the phrase Facebook Zero, but in the marketing world, and by virtue of knowing somebody in the marketing world, Shannon has heard a lot about Facebook Zero. What the heck is Facebook Zero? Well, late last year, our wonderful friend and benefactor Mark Zuckerberg announced that they had done some extensive research into what keeps people coming back to Facebook, what makes them enjoy Facebook, what they like and what they don't like. And from this research, they deducted that people want to hear more from people and less from pages like ours. Now, that's good for you guys, I think. It means that you're probably going to see a lot less of spammy advertising type stuff on your timeline, and you're going to see more from the people that you actually love and care about. However, this makes our life a little bit hard. They have already started rolling out these changes, folks, and we are seeing it on the page. A lot of you are not seeing the daily discussion, for example. We would usually have 30, 40, 50, 60 plus replies on discussion posts, and now we're struggling to get the 10 to 15. That's not your guys' fault. That's how Facebook is choosing to show you content from Bariatric Foodie. So it's sort of been making me a little bit crazy, mainly because, guys, we've worked really hard to get where we are. Shannon, you've been here from the beginning. You've been here since like Pouch Party and the whole nine, and I was over on Blogger and the whole thing. We have worked really hard to get our audience to the size it is, to the diversity that it is. We have all sorts of folks. We got lap banders. We have, Ruin Y. We have sleeve. We have DS folks. We have veterans. We have newbies. We have, and to get people into like sort of what I guess you would call, maybe we call it a foodie mindset.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We sort of have a foodie mindset about us, that we're not into like, being judgmental. We're about being honest about our processes, honest about our challenges, but still recognizing that, we need to change our lives and get healthier. So, but doing that in a positive and helpful and constructive way, as opposed to doing it in a destructive. Why does that word sound funny? Destructive, or ripping each other down. That's not what we're about. And so I feel like we've worked really hard to get, and right now I feel like the Foodie Nation is like the best like community, online community on Facebook. And I feel like Facebook is getting in between our relationship. So I just want to give you a few tips on how you can make sure you see Bariatric Foodie content if you like what's going on the page. Number one, I meant to upload a picture of this, but I forgot. If you go to our actual page, facebook.com/Bariatric Foodie, under the header image, which right now is the Bariatric Foodie Pledge game, you'll be able to see like several different options for how you want to communicate with our page. Make sure you are following our page, and when it asks you if you want to see things in your timeline, say yes. And if you like Bariatric Foodie Live, you can say yes that you want to see notifications of live updates. And then whenever we go live, I don't know if this has happened to you, but the live will just sort of pop up in your face, like in your face. We are here. So that is one way that you can keep up with Bariatric Foodie. But inevitably, and I hate to leave you guys hanging on this note because it does sort of sound like a cliffhanger, but honestly, I'm telling you as much as we have figured out right now, is inevitably how we communicate with you guys is going to have to change. There's going to be probably some pretty fundamental changes in how we run the page and how often we communicate and what we communicate when we do communicate. I don't know what those changes are yet. I've given myself till the end of the pledge to figure it out because page engagement has just really gone down a lot. So I see that algorithm starting to work in the way that Mark Zuckerberg said it was going to work. And so we're going to work hard to make sure that we have ways to keep in contact with one another on Facebook and you guys actually see them. I don't know what they are yet, but I'm going to report back on that on a live show after the pledge is over, because before the pledge is over, I don't mind to do anything. Okay, so that's my rant number one. My second thing, which is my thing I feel passionate about, comes straight out of the Bariatric Foodie Pledge Facebook group. And here's the thing. I don't want anybody to feel like I'm picking on them as I talk about this, because it's not any individual person that says, it's like I go off on this rant with Shannon at least 3-4 times a month, okay? But so I don't want anybody to think that I'm singling you out or picking on you, but I want to just tell you and I want to explain my position on something so that if I react in a certain way on the Facebook group, you know where I'm coming from. You may not agree with me and you don't have to agree with me, but you know where I'm coming from. Okay, so what am I talking about? I'm talking about pouch resetting. Okay. It's always such a sensitive subject because some people really, really, feel passionately in the other direction from me about this. So let's just jump in. Spoiler alert. I'm not a fan of pouch reset, the 5-day pouch test, any of that kind of stuff. I'm just not. I'm not bad-mouthing the creators. I'm not bad-mouthing anybody who does it. I just personally am not a big fan. Was that diplomatic enough, Shannon?
Yeah.
Okay, so the most common reason I've heard folks say that they need to do or they want to do a pouch reset is because they want to rein in their bad habits, get their appetite under control. That's like the most common reason that I hear. And when folks say that, I have this very like predictable thought process that happens in my head. And it's going to seem irrelevant to this whole conversation at first, but I promise I'm going to bring it home. And the thought process goes like this. I often wish that I could go back to my high school years, Shannon, especially with the body I have now. I was like pushing 300 pounds and all throughout high school, man. If I was a size 12 in high school, woo, I probably would have been a teen mother, but that's neither here nor there. I would have a lot of fun, okay? I often wish that. I wish I could go back in time. Now, when folks say that they want to rein in their eating, a lot of times what I think they mean based on what they're saying is that they want to go back to the time when they were a new post-op and 2 bites made them full and they had a really serious indifference towards food and nothing really tempted them because nothing looked good enough for them to sacrifice the way they were eating because they were new post-ops. So just like I can't go back to being a teenager, I'm 41 years old. I have 2 teenage children. You guys, we can't go back to being brand new post-ops. We just cannot do it. Now, that's not to say that you're doomed to being out of control for the rest of your life. That is not what I'm saying. However, we're not meant for our bodies to behave like new post-ops forever. So, and I think that's with good reason. So I just wanted to sort of go over a few points, which the first of which being that the surgery is not designed for you guys to be on the 2-bite plan for the rest of your life. It just isn't. The purpose of the surgery, as it was explained to me, was to correct or to restrict the eating in such a way so that you are eating a reasonable amount of food sufficient to nourish your body without overeating, so long as you eat the way a bariatric post-op is supposed to eat. So proper portion control and proper food choices help you to feel that full feeling and that satisfied, feel full faster, feel satisfied longer, thus leading to weight loss. So if you feel like you're out of control, in my personal opinion, and I'm not a professional, I'm not a dietitian, I am not a therapist, I am not anything but a post-op who has probably made every mistake that you've ever thought of making plus 4 more. Here is what I think might be a good approach for you. Number 1, your bariatric team, remember them? Call them. I know we have varying access to our bariatric teams after surgery. Some folks chimed in the discussion today and said, I can't go see my bariatric team. They've turned me loose after the 1-year follow-up, which I think is kind of shady because folks know that, that it requires lifelong follow-up. But whatever, if you do not have a bariatric surgeon or a surgeon anymore or don't have access to a bariatric surgeon, there is a type of doctor called a bariatrician. And you can call your insurance company to see if there are bariatricians in your network who, and they're like regular doctors who have extra training in working with people with obesity and know about things like weight loss surgery in our labs and all that good stuff. So if you don't have access to your surgeon, see if you can get access to a bariatrician, see if you can get access to a dietitian under your plan. And at the very least, go see your primary care physician and let them know that you're having some struggles. Number 2, protein. Protein. I can't say that enough. Protein first, protein always, okay? And try firm. If you find like you're having problems with your appetite control, try firm proteins like chicken breast, salmon, In my opinion, instead of doing the 5-day pouch test, try a 5-ounce chicken breast, okay? Because if you are able to eat a 5-pound chicken breast and you're able to eat anything after that, then you definitely need to call your bariatric surgeon because, it's like even I with the Wonder Pouch, 5-ounce chicken breast, I ain't eating nothing. If I manage to get that down, ain't nothing else going down with that. But in addition to your protein, just remember what you were taught at the outset. Complex carbs, get your fruits, get your veggies, Don't eat and drink together. That's probably really important as you, most important as you get further out, because that flips stuff past through the pouch, and you're able to be hungry again way too fast. But just remember that the bariatric rules are the bariatric rules for a reason. And 5 pounds, Marianne, good Lord, no. Oh dear, I said 5 ounce. Girl, trying to get me in trouble. Anyway, so just remember that the rules are the rules for a reason, and that you should employ the help of your medical team. And I was going to go off on this whole rant about, but I will make this one point. I'm not going to take it as far as I had originally planned to take it, but whether or not you believe obesity is a disease, obesity is a health problem. And if you insert any other health problem into the logic that I hear folks use for doing the pouch reset, it sounds kind of crazy. It's like, I have type 2 diabetes and my glucose is not coming down the way I want it to. I'm going to do a reset. No. I have cancer and that chemo is not working the way I want it to work. I'm going to do a reset. So if you think of it like that, you are a bariatric patient. That's why you are a bariatric patient, because you are under the care of a doctor for a health problem, which is called obesity. So work with your medical team, do what you need to do. If there's something wrong with your anatomy, the only way you're going to find that out is by going to your doctor. There's nothing that can shrink your pouch. There's nothing that, no. Now, if you have the desire to drink protein shakes like 3 or 4 times a day, I don't know what to say about that, because that's like my version of hell. I like protein shakes, but I can't do too much sweet. But anyway, I digress. Oh, I think I'm doing the max headroom thing.
Yep.
Yep. It is bad. Don't say it's not too bad. Okay.
It wasn't.
Okay, well, look. It needs to get better, because we're about to go into Pledge sponsor product reviews. Okay. So, Shannon, that looked like, I'm not even going to say what that sounds like. Okay. Anyway, so you guys may or may not know this, but if you come along and watch this video after the live especially, even if you're not participating in the Bariatric Foodie Pledge, our sponsors have some great discounts that we can all take part in. How do you find out what those are? Well, if you go to bariatricfoodie.com, you'll see a part of my main menu navigation that says 2018 Bariatric Foodie Pledge. If you click on the menu item that says sponsors and prizes, you'll see that each week is laid out. And if you click into each week, you'll see who the sponsors are, what they're giving away for the pledge, and then also what discount offers that they are offering to the Foodie Nation. You can take advantage of those even if you haven't joined the pledge. I really hope that you join the pledge, but even if you didn't join the pledge, you can get the discount. The discounts are a week-by-week thing, though. So week 1 discounts expire at the end of week 1. Week 2 discounts expire at the end of week 2. We're going to go over these each week on Bariatric Foodie Live, but by that time, it's Thursday. So if you want to get a jump, go to bariatricfoodie.com, click 2018 Bariatric Foodie Pledge, and look under the sponsors and prizes and check out these discounts, because they are really, really good. So our sponsors for this week for the Bariatric Foodie Pledge are Bariatric Pal, Celebrate Vitamins, and Live Liga. So we are going to do Bariatric Pal first. And I feel like we have reviewed a lot of Bariatric Pal stuff. So we consciously tried to find stuff that we had not reviewed in the past. So Shannon has one thing and I have one thing, except I realized when I mailed Shannon stuff that I kept the box for her thing. So I'm going to show you the box for her thing and the box for not my thing, and then we're going to try it out. Okay, so Shannon has, what do you have, Shannon?
I got the Bariatric Pal soft baked brownie.
Okay.
She's got the box and I've got the package. And so when you get this box, it also comes with a little container. So like you can just put your brownie mix right in here and cook it right in this, which I think is amazingly wonderful. Because then I can just throw this away.
Yeah. So are you going to show, why don't you show us how it's mixed first? Because then you're going to have to run and microwave it right quick. And then I'll go over the stats while you're gone.
All right. So the one thing that because I will disclose that I did have one of these the other day because I was like, I need chocolate like yesterday. And I was rifling through my, I have a shelf now of bariatric things that we have done for reviews and stuff. And I was like, what do I have that's chocolate? And I found the brownie and I ate it. So I will disclose that I have had this already. And it's really simple to do. So I just take take your package and put it in the little container. And then the instructions on the back tell you to take, add 3 tablespoons of cold water and mix thoroughly, and then level the mixture like by smoothing the top with a spoon. Another thing that I found that because I was like on a bender or something, but I had some chocolate chip. I had some sugar-free chocolate chips, like morsels. And
my kids rated my sugar-free chocolate chip morsels, and then they wondered why they had bubble gut for 3 days.
So I put 1 serving of the sugar-free chocolate chips in there because I like a really fudgy brownie.
Okay, so let me let you hold that up so we can see how is it getting gooey? What is it?
No, I haven't mixed the water yet.
So
I mixed in the chocolate chips, and now I'm gonna take.
Now, was 3 tablespoons of water enough?
Yes. Yes. So I'm gonna take and I'll show you.
We go. Yeah. Look, she's got all pre-measured.
Right.
Yay.
And then I'm gonna put this down because if I try and mix it while I'm
don't spill it.
So it mixes fairly easily. I
find Bariatric Pal stuff very mixable. It's
very mixable. The thing that I like when I first did this, I was like, I started mixing it and it has a smell, and
does it have the protein?
It has a ever so slight protein smell, and it's not like
it's not full on monkey butt.
It's not full on monkey butt smell, but it's a definite, like you're like, oh yeah, that's protein. Like some of the protein bars that you get that aren't like full on monkey butt smell, but you taste them and you're like, oh, that's definitely got protein in it. That's what this smells like.
So I completely forgot to check to see how much any of this costs. So I'm on my phone now.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
I got this. So I have it mixed up. And then the directions, the directions state to microwave high for 1 minute, then remove, and allow to cool for approximately 1 minute. But then it says again, microwave, number 4 says microwave on high for 15 seconds, remove with caution as brownie will be hot. So I only did mine for 1 minute and then I let it cool for just a few minutes. Because I was a little confused by the directions on the back of the package.
Yeah, it says the same thing on the box.
Okay, so I'm not exactly sure what the purpose of that is. It was perfectly cooked and fine when I did it when I did the first one that I had after like a minute, especially because I put those chocolate chips in there. It was just naturally fudgier anyway. So I was like, oh, well, maybe I did it wrong. Maybe I didn't, but it was, it worked. I mean, it was cooked. It wasn't like still soupy or anything. So, all right, this is ready to go. So you want me to?
Yeah, you go scoot off and microwave it, and I'm gonna go over the deets. And I saw a couple of comments here, which were, I thought Bariatric Pal was an app. Bariatric Pal is everything, Amy. It is everything. It is a store. If you go to store.bariatricpal.com, it is a social site with forums. Bariatric Pal has a hospital in Mexico And as the website is now telling me, no, actually, I got an email about this yesterday. They've just launched a Box of the Month club where you can order like a box and they send you stuff every month. So Bariatric Pal is pretty much trying to take over the world, one bariatric product at a time. Now let's talk about the pricing on these. You get, what are these brownies you get 7 packets of brownies, and it is $13.49. You can save 15% by subscribe and save. That is $11.47. And so far as the stats on here, okay. So far as the stats on here, okay, per serving, one brownie is 31.5 grams. Per serving, you've got 120 calories, 2 grams of fat, 140 milligrams of sodium, 15 total grams of carb, but 5 grams of dietary fiber, so that's 10 net grams of carbs, 5 grams of sugars, and 12 grams of protein. It looks like this has soy protein in it. And, oh gosh, there's a lot of ingredients, but usually there are a lot of ingredients in protein products. But it does contain soy, milk, and egg, and it's manufactured on equipment that processes wheat, gluten, egg, peanuts, and tree nuts. So beware if that is an issue for you. Lana, is there a panel that people can join to test products? Through Bariatric Pal, I don't know. Through Bariatric Foodie, no. We do try to test out products for you guys that companies give us, but at this point, no, there is no panel to test out products. Let's see. So Shannon's back.
I am back.
Okay, so we went over the stats. We went over the price. Cool. Give it to me.
Okay, so it's still kind of hot because I just kind of heated it up. I'm going to try and get
That's what it looks like. Okay. Okay, there you go. It's kind of like a, yeah, okay. There you go. It looks very brownie-like. I'm not gonna lie.
It's very brownie-like. And if you looked and saw that it looks kind of glistening, that's from a couple of those chocolate chips in there because they're melty. It's not like it's firm. Like
okay.
See?
Okay.
Because I'm gonna eat it, so yeah.
Nice. Well, let it cool down, and I'm going to talk about what I'm going to try. And in the interest of full disclosure, I have tried this too because we've had these products for a little while.
I had it too.
But I wanted to, well, before I show you that, I want to show you 2 products of Bariatric Pal. I have a lot of Bariatric Pal products because I do. So I wanted to show you guys my absolute favorite Bariatric Pal product, which is their new Protein 1 protein powder, which is awesome because, you know, in this packet, it's 150 calories, 27 grams of protein, 28 vitamins and minerals. I have yet to have this stuff clump up on me in a hot drink. It cooks well. You don't need to add any sweetener or any extra flavoring. The flavors are true. It comes in more flavors than this. This is the creamy French vanilla. Like I was telling Shannon, I was really excited because I thought I was out of chocolate, and then I was digging in a box for the stuff for tonight, and I found that I had a chocolate. I got so excited. But then there's also cinnamon swirl, and there is raw natural. And we reviewed all of the protein powders on Bariatric Foodie Live some time ago. The easiest way to access that is to look up the Bariatric Foodie YouTube channel, and it is the featured video on our YouTube channel. Is that a protein whey isolate? Yes, it is. So anyway, so I wanted to say that because I try to put a positive with a negative. I feel like when you're putting a company out there, that it's as important to say about things that you don't like as things that you do like. And so I tried this product, and in the form that I'm showing you now, I didn't particularly like it. So I wanted to show it to you so that you can have an example. You can judge for yourself. You might have a different opinion. That's fine. I'm going to taste it for you on air just to remind myself, because it's been a little while, you know, whether or not I like it. Maybe I'll like it this time. I don't know. But it is this protein chocolate chip cookie with icing. Okay. Yeah. So let's just talk about this for a minute. It is, what are the stats on this sucker? I'm still looking at why am I still looking at the breakfast? Why does it say 1 brownie on here? That's weird. Anyway, and it's different stats from the actual. Anyway, 165 calories, 6 grams of fat, 140 milligrams of sodium, 14 total grams of carbs, 1 gram of dietary fiber, so 13 net grams of carbs, 5 grams of sugar, 14 grams of protein. It uses a blend of whey isolate, milk protein concentrate, and soy protein isolate. And I think maybe it's the soy. I think I'm just not a soy protein type of person.
I think you're right, because I've tried these ones too, and I wasn't as.
Yeah, so as soon as you open it, I get the protein smell.
Mm-hmm.
Connie, yeah, the feedback has been happening intermittently. I'm not exactly sure why. It's probably because I'm not wearing headphones. Bad Nikki, I forgot to bring my headphones home. I'm sorry. Yeah, it smells like protein. And then, so here's the cookie. You see the cookie? It's got the, the stripes, the chocolate stripes. It's very, looks like a cookie. Okay. And so I'm going to break a little piece of this off. Shannon, are you ready to taste your brownie?
Yes.
Okay, so you go for the brownie. I'm going to go for the cookie. Okay. Okay, there you go. Okay. I love you, Alex. I still don't like this cookie.
Shannon is winning this live because this is really good. You guys, can I talk about this for a minute?
Well, we'll talk about that while I look up the price of cookies, just in case anybody wants to,
So this brownie is kind of like, to me, more like one of those flourless chocolate cakes, or like those lava cake type. That's the texture, more than a brownie. And to be honest with you, I'm not a huge brownie person anyway. I tend to like eat an undercooked brownie rather than have a brownie that it will be fully cooked or whatever. So this is the perfect texture for me. I prefer a flourless chocolate cake over a brownie. And yeah, you can see like it's definitely like that texture of that flourless chocolate. And
go ahead.
Like I said, it had that smell at first, but once it's cooked, it's chocolatey, and you don't get that like protein kind of smell or taste. It's like a brownie or a chocolate, like the lava cake or whatever. These are like amazing. They're really amazing.
Well, I'm so happy that you're having a good experience. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I think Tina said, what if you microwave them? It's not the texture, it's the taste. Mm-hmm. I don't like. So microwaving it isn't going to change the flavor, unfortunately. But Shannon was, as we were chatting before, Shannon said, because she asked for the oatmeal raisin cookies and I asked for the chocolate chip. And tell them what you think of the oatmeal raisin cookies.
The oatmeal raisin does not come across quite as proteiny, and the flavor is really, really nice. So I would definitely eat those again. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't probably get the chocolate chip ones, but the oatmeal raisin ones, if you're an oatmeal raisin fan, you probably would like them.
So yeah,
they're pretty good.
So the price on the cookies is $13.49, and that is also on store.bariatricpal.com. Okay, so next up, we got to keep it moving, guys, because we're not trying to have you here all night. Next up is Celebrate Vitamins. We love Celebrate, right? I think Laura is on this whole thing. Can we just talk about Laura for a minute? Laura is like hair goals, and I watch that live every Thursday, and God help me, I want to learn about vitamins, but more than that, I just want to see what Laura did with her hair this week. Okay, so I don't know if her hair is indicative of the fact that she has taken vitamins. She's, I think, 14 years post-op.
It's fabulous.
Oh my gosh. We got to see it in person at OAC. It was like in all of its glory. I was like, oh my God, your hair is giving me life.
It's
So, anyway.
Fabulous.
Fabulous. So what we're going to do is we have the Celebrate Calcium Citrate Soft Chews collection. Now, we're going to tell you all the flavors. However, we are not going to taste all of the flavors. I'm going to link to my full review because A, it's not good to binge eat calcium, and B, it's going to give me a horrendous tummy ache if I tried to push through and binge eat calcium. So what we're going to do is we're going to taste 3 flavors, but we're going to do it a little differently. Okay? Okay. Let's do this.
Can I say something though?
Sure.
Like, I just want to say, I'm always really impressed with like the packaging too. Like, we always get stuff that's packaged and it's always got like really, really awesome, they put letters in and like this paper inside. See, you could probably wrap up the most horrific thing, but if you put it in like sparkly enough paper, I would totally love it. So I'm definitely like one of those visual kind of people. Like, these little cards too they're beautiful. They're, so I just think I want to give them like props on that because like that really wows me.
Good job on the packaging, Lauren and team. All right, so let's go over our flavors, and I'm just reading them in the order that I grabbed them. So we have watermelon. We have blackberry. Some of these Shannon doesn't have downstairs with her, but she has a couple of them, and I have a couple of them. Let's see. We have cherry. We have cafe mocha. Oh, one of my cafe mocha tried to escape. We have chocolate, we have caramel, we have strawberry banana, and we have orange. Okay, now here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna bring the computer away from me and tilt it down a little bit because I want you to see that when they sent us these, they sent it with little labels saying which one is which, because all of them are in these like green packages, right? So we, aside from this label, we can't tell which one is which. So what we're gonna do is, hold up, we're putting these labeled side down.
Y'all just gonna have to trust me. They're labeled down. I'm not looking.
Okay, we're doing label side down, and then hold up. Shannon, I lived in fear of letting people see what my table looks like around this whole thing. And then we're gonna do the.
Oh, hey Nick.
What?
You still got the Bariatric Pal label up on the Be Live?
The what?
The banner of the Bariatric Pal. Do you have celebrates on the banner on the bottom? The little label, like on our outline?
Oh, the agenda, yeah.
Yeah.
I got you. But I just wanted to say, thank you, Dawn. We'd got to it eventually, but you're helping. So anyway, so we are doing this. I have mixed them up. I have no idea what order they are in. I'm removing the ones that are already open because I have a little bit of an idea of what those are. The ones that are not open, that leaves me with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And okay. Have you done the same, Shannon?
I have.
Have you randomized?
Yes.
Okay. So open one of them.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure because there's like fruity flavors and then there's like creamy-esque, I don't know what else to call them, esque flavors. And so I'm pretty sure we'll be able to tell those, the creamy from the fruity, obviously, but particularly what it is. Okay. Do you have one? Hold it. Let's hold it up. Not that it looks any different than any of the other ones. Okay. Now, I want you to, we're going to follow a process here, Shannon.
Okay.
Okay. What color is yours?
It's green. No, I'm just kidding. Inside, I have brown.
Brown?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's some sort. Now, what does it smell like?
Like a little chocolatey. Yeah, a little bit chocolatey.
Okay. Mine smells fruity, but it's sort of like a non-distinct fruitiness. Okay, so we're gonna take a bite. Only eat half, Shannon. You don't want to get the tummy ache. Eat half.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, I know what this is.
Mhm.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yep.
What is yours, Shannon?
Mine is the mocha.
Okay.
Cafe
Now hold
mocha.
up the bag and see if you're right.
Yeah. Yep. I
Okay.
don't know if you can see it. Cafe mocha.
Now watch me be wrong. Just because. But I really feel like this is cherry.
Mhm.
I was wrong.
No.
It was. Shannon, you are winning this blackberry. That's good. I like that. I'm eating that one tomorrow.
I didn't get that one,
You didn't get the
Laura.
blackberry? It's not even upstairs?
No.
Okay, well, we're going to go for number 2. Shannon has 1 point. Nikki has 0 points. Okay, number 2.
Okay. Okay, come on now. All right. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, I was having some trouble.
But to my credit, actual blackberries don't actually taste that good. The Celebrate blackberry tastes better than I think actual blackberries taste.
And
So
I like blackberries,
it
so I probably would.
my little mind. Okay.
I probably would love that. Okay.
Okay, so mine is brown. What color is yours?
Mine is like a purpley pink.
Okay. I'm gonna smell it. Oh, I got the mocha. I can smell it.
This is cherry. It's got to be cherry.
Yeah, because you don't have the blackberry, so
No. It's got to be cherry.
Trip you up. Okay, low bite. Low bite.
Mhm. Yep.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Mhm. Mhm.
Mhm.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm. Let me grab one. Okay.
Mhm.
Did you flip it?
Yep. I was
What
wrong.
was it?
I was right. It was cherry.
Oh God, mine is now dropping out. Mine was mocha. Yay! And I like the mocha.
You know, I'm not a
I
big
didn't
fan
think
of.
I was gonna like the mocha.
I'm not a big fan of cherry, like just in general, cherry things. But that's not bad. That's very, you know, because I like real cherries, and I never think that like not artificial, but like cherry flavored something. It never tastes like cherry, but that's a very good cherry, I would have to say.
All right, last one, Shannon. Make it count.
All right.
Okay, wait a minute. Let me put the one I already tried to the.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Okay. What is this? What is this? What awaits me?
Okay. Got like another. What color?
What do you do with the other half of these when you're done with them, Shannon? I actually put it in a baggie to keep it soft, and then like the next day I'll just pop it. Okay.
Yep.
So mine is a little bit lighter than my skin and complexion.
Oh, hey. I
And
got like another like pinky kind of.
okay. This one doesn't have a really strong smell, but I'm gonna guess by the color that it's maybe caramel.
This one is kind of like the one that you had, like that was like the nondescript fruit. Like I can definitely tell it's fruit, and since I know
Maybe you got the watermelon. That's like by process of elimination.
Right.
I don't know. Okay, let's taste it. I'm giving you clues so you can win. Bye. Anyway.
That was not watermelon.
It was not watermelon?
Mm-mm. I had another fruit flavor down here.
I'm pretty sure this is caramel, but I've completely lost faith in my ability to blind taste test things. So I'm going to just go ahead and flip mine.
I'm flipping too.
Oh my God, I was right. It's caramel.
Mine is strawberry banana. Strawberry banana.
So I think we're tied, Shannon.
Yeah.
Good game.
That's a good game.
Good game.
We don't do this very often.
Overall, what are your thoughts on the? Because you've tried the calcium citrate soft chews.
You know, of the types of calcium that I've had, I really like the chewies. They're kind of they're not like getting a chewable that's like super chalky. There is a kind of like a I don't want to say gritty because it's not really like gritty, but you definitely can tell there's a texture in the chewy. It's not unpleasant to me. The flavors are proportionately good to what you're getting, you know, like the bite. It's not like, oh, well, this could be this and it could be that. No, you can definitely tell what the flavors are.
That French strawberry banana. No, I'm kidding.
The strawberry banana is not probably one of my favorites, but I'm not a big fan of that combination anyway. So I probably, but it's not bad. I wouldn't throw these away, you know.
You go, girl. All right. So I wanted to let Shannon say her thoughts because, like I said, I'm going to link to my full product review so you can read my full review of these. But I wanted to tell you, I forgot to say the Bariatric Pal discount for this week, which is it's $10. Is it $10 off of $79 or $69? Oh, okay.
69. I think.
It's $10 off of either $79 or $69. $69 with code Foodie18 on Bariatric Pal. We're talking about Bariatric Pal here because I forgot to do that. Mm-hmm. And free US shipping for orders of $69 or over. Okay? Mm-hmm. So for Celebrate, this is a big deal because, I love you, Celebrate. Y'all value your products, which is why they're not discounted that often. Thank you, Marianne. Discounted that often, but you guys came up off the discount. So with code Foodie18 also on Celebrate, and I will put the link and the discount codes in the status message when we are done. I promise you can get $5 off of a bag of calcium citrate soft chews. That is a big deal because let me just tell you how many times I have tried to link up. I have resorted to just stealing all of their calcium citrate soft chews whenever they're at a conference. Okay? It's a big deal. Take advantage of this discount, people. Don't sleep on it. It's the discounts for this week expire on Sunday. Mm-hmm. Go get it. All right, last but not least, let me change this agenda for somebody calls me out. We're going to talk about Live Liga. Live Liga. Yeah. I really love Live Liga.
Me too.
For those of you who have never heard of Live Liga, they are a company out of Denver, Colorado, and they recognize that in order to eat more healthfully, you had to be more mindful about your portion sizes. However, in looking at the landscape of portion control dishes, they all look like portion control dishes. So if you're having somebody over for dinner and you want to control your portions, you don't want to have to be eating off of a plate that has like a circle that says 1/4 cup and 1/2 cup and all of those different things. So what they set out to do is to make mindful eating really, really elegant. Hi, Sheila. She's one of the owners of Live Liga. So I think they've done a smashing job, but I think one of the things that impresses me the most is that they've really made a big investment in the bariatric community by coming out to our conventions, coming out to our conferences, talking to us, listening to our needs, and that all culminated in the development of a special set of dishware, which we're about to show you in a minute, for bariatric patients, right? So I just really feel like they've made the investment in our community. They have a good product. It meets a need of ours. So I can't say enough good stuff about Live Liga. So what Shannon and I are going to do, I was talking about Shannon. I was like, yeah, I got a couple pieces of Live Liga stuff there. You know, I got a nice little collection. Shannon was like, well, I got a nice collection too. So we're about to have a little Live Liga off. Okay, I'm going to show you what I have. And Shannon is going to show you what she has. Okay? All right. Wait a minute. Let's make me bigger because I'm more important right now. I love you, Shannon. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to show you is, and I just did a product review on this. It's on the website is, and forgive me, maybe Shannon, you can hold, we'll do spoiler alert that you have these two, but you can hold up the packaging, which is that I have Live spoons. Okay, let me separate these, but let's talk about the sizes of these Live spoons first and foremost. That's the packaging, but these are measuring spoons, and I love these things. I covet them with my life. So let's look at the sizes. We have 1 cup Live spoon. We have a 3/4 cup Live spoon, which actually comes in handy because I do a lot of recipes that have 3/4 cups of this or that, and you know, it's not entirely the struggle to have to do 3/4 cups, but whatever. You have the 1/2 cup Live spoon, and you have the 1/8 of a cup Live spoon. And if you need a 1/4 cup, we all learn division and fractions in high school. You just do 2 of these 1/8 of a cup. So what I like about these things, I'm gonna let you guys see my table again. First of all, can we just look at the? It's a very sleek. Like you feel like a grown up when you're using these. Okay, it doesn't feel like you're like a little kid. It's an investment. You do this. You cook. You do this. This is not the look. Believe me, I have some dollar store ones. When my kids cook, they use the dollar store measuring cups. But for me, I am grown. I use the Live spoons. Okay, so yeah, you. So anyway, so you notice that it has like this little curvature here, and there's a couple of things you can do with that. Let me just get my bowl. Now, what I most commonly do with it is that I'll be like, you know, I'll be mixing ingredients and I'll have something that I have to go get. I'll put it in my little Live spoon, and then I'll just like do like that sort of deal. There you go. And it sort of hangs out on the side of the bowl while I'm doing everything else that I need to do in my cooking. So that, or, you know, you can do one of these. It's in a picture like that. Sheila, maybe if you're in a situation where you can type, I saw this in a picture and I can't quite for the life of me figure out why I'm doing this with the Live spoon, but I still think it's beautiful. I most often do this though. That's my jam right there, is to put it on the side of the bowl and just have the thing hanging out right there. Okay. The second thing I want to point out about the Live spoon is, hold up, let me get them in size order, y'all. That's just my OCD. I'm sorry, it's my OCD. Is, you know, you see how they're just sitting on the counter? I can just like dump things in there, and it's okay because they're sitting there. They're not going anywhere, and it's pretty. And can I just say that, you know, I was gonna actually shine these up, just to, you know, make it. But I've had these Live spoons for quite some time. They are dishwasher safe. They are still pretty. They are still functional. They have lasted. They have outlasted like every single dollar store thing that I've had, and these are wonderful. I love using them. They are one of the favorite things I have in my kitchen. The rest of my family is not allowed to use them. Let's just be clear about that. Okay. Okay. So that's my so that's my first thing I got. Let's see. And then I have, this is the Just Right set that we talk about so much, guys. So the Just Right set, let's talk about this. Again, I'm going to link to my review so that you can see pictures. There's some ideas for some little things you can do with the Just Right set. So be sure to check that out. But it comes with 2 pieces. It comes with this plate. Okay. And then it comes with this little bowl. And when I put the bowl in pictures, people were like, that's a big bowl. No, it's just that I took a really close up picture. Let's just do a frame of reference. Here is my hand. there is the bowl. Okay. On the inside of the bowl, you have these little lines. And if you look on the bottom of the plate gives you sort of like a legend of what's going on with the lines. So on the little bowl, it is one line, the purple line is a quarter cup, and the blue line is a half a cup. So you know, like your portions there. And then for the plate, which I'm going to hold up here while I'm reading, this sort of inner circle right here is a half a cup. That outer circle right there is a quarter cup. And this is 1/8 of a cup, that little wonderful dotted design right there. It is the avec pattern. So it goes with an actual full-size set that they have. So if your family has a full-size set, you have the bariatric set, you guys can be eating essentially off the same dishes. You don't have to feel like a space alien at the dinner table, which I love. So that is bariatric set. And so Shannon, can you top my collection? Show us what you got.
Okay, so I got, obviously, spoilers, the spoons, which I just want to say that these are like substantial. Like, I have dropped measuring cups and spilled stuff, like, gosh, because I'm clumsy as all get out. I've done that more times than I can't even tell you. But these are substantial. Like, you could, like, the handle's nice and long. These are awesome. I'd also really want to be seen measuring stuff out. I'm like, come look at me in my kitchen while I'm cooking so you can see me with my spoons. You know, like, they look really pretty. And I would want people to see me using.
Like, I'm up in here with my spoons.
Yeah, come see me with my beautiful measuring spoons, because they're really pretty.
They're very sexy.
I think, you know, that goes back to that sparkly, shiny aesthetic thing. Like, I'm all about that. So, yeah, those are awesome.
So what else you got?
I can't wait to use them. All right, so I also have a Just Right set.
And I didn't know you had the Just Right set. You were like, kind of women, let me make you bigger than me because you're more important right now. Yeah. So
yep, I've got one. And this is a beautiful pattern. I really like this. And I like that you can get the other the full size set and be matching. But I'm gonna show you up a little bit because I also have a full size set.
Oh, snap. Okay. Yeah. All right, I got to bow to you.
So let me adjust this, and I'm going to go through. And, you know, when I first heard about the Just Right set, and I don't know if this was just me or what, but I was like blown away when I got it. And I'm like, this is just the salad plate of the big set. And I don't know why that was like such a breakthrough for me, because I use this plate all the time. Yeah. Like when I'm eating, it's just the right size for me. And I don't remember, honestly, I don't remember what pattern this is. Sheila probably could tell us.
The Halsa, I think it was.
Maybe you might be right. I can't remember. It's beautiful, and
I remember that was deep within the recesses of my mind. If I'm wrong, sorry, Sheila, I love you.
This matches my kitchen because I have my wall color of my kitchen is like almost exactly this color, and so it matches my kitchen really well. And I really like these. I'm gonna show the big plate too. So the big plate has a few more little spaces. I'm gonna have to, I can't really tell which one I'm doing here. But there's a place for fruit or vegetable, and that's a 1 cup circle. I think that's, I don't know, this one maybe. And then nope, maybe, yeah. Hold on, I don't remember. And then this is for sauce. This is an 1/8 of a cup. Turning it all over the place. Protein, 2 to 6 ounces. And then the double lined one is similar to the plate, the it has 2 lines, a half a cup and 3/4 of a cup. And they also have on the back.
You're not on the replay. You're on the live one.
You're on the live.
Sheila said show the map on the back. There you go.
There's the map. And so it shows you too, like the bowl and the cup and the salad. The other thing that really drew me to these plates when I first saw them was the like the whole science behind, and you can't really see very well, maybe that way. You can see that the lip of this plate is a blue color, and the bottom of the plate is white. And the whole science behind that was really intriguing to me. Like, if you keep your stuff on the inside of the plate and you have that big space, everything is closer together, so you feel like you've got more on your plate, which was really, really like amazing to me. And it's so true. The other thing I really like about having these plates, this set of plates and bowls, is that my husband is a type 1 diabetic, and he measures everything and portions everything. And so when we got these plates, because I have the 2 sets, he was able to sit down and portion out and not have to like use up every one of our measuring cups or pull out, like, you know, we didn't always have to pull out the scale and all of that stuff. So it was really convenient for him as well as a portion control, you know, as someone who does portion control and needs to do that for figuring out his carbs and all of that stuff, which was really, really cool for him. So I like that we have both of these plates, because now we can use them together.
So let's talk about, because we probably should wrap up soon. We are way over an hour. Yeah. So let's talk about how much these various pieces cost and what the discount is for Live Liga this week. So the Live spoons are they on liveligahome.com. We will put the website in the status message. Are $49.99, $49.95, I think. I was about to say 99. But like as I said, they last forever. I've had them for a couple of years now, and they are just a great item to have. The bariatric set is wait a minute, hold up. I'm on the website right now, $24.99. And that is a, oh, hey, Shannon, I forgot about this. I'm on the, I don't know if you guys can see this. That's me on the Live Lego website. Yay. So yeah, because that's how much I believe in this product. I gave them a testimonial because it's so great. And then so the full set, let's see. Hold up. I'm about to. Sorry. I was about to. Oh, there is one called House. Thank God. Let me see. Yeah, I was right. Oh, I'm finally winning again. So it's a 4-piece single plate setting is $49.99. 16-piece, $179.99. Dishwasher safe. Lasts a long time. Shannon got these quite a few years ago. So I want to attest to the fact that I think it was like 3 or 4 years ago that you've got these plates and you're still using them. So investment in yourself. And then this week I wrote these counts down, dagnabbit, because I don't want to get them wrong. All right, so this week for Live Liga, we have for you 15% off of any of their products with the code BFPledge15. Again, I am going to put that in the status message, so don't feel like you have to remember that. Okay? Okay. So, guys, this has been a long show, but it's been a fun show. And this is pretty much how, let me make myself just as important as Shannon real quick. This is pretty much how the pledge shows are going to go. We're going to show you the products that we have from the different sponsors. We're going to highlight the discounts. We're going to put those discounts in the status messages so that you can click through and take advantage of this opportunity to get something nice for yourself that's going to help you and move you forward in your healthy lifestyle. So, guys, that is the show that we have for you guys tonight. If you want to keep up with Bariatric Foodie Live, especially considering the fact that Facebook Zero is happening. You can go to bariatricfoodie.com/live. We will put that in the status message, and sign up for updates. We will email you every week about a half an hour before the show starts, and we'll even tell you what the show is about so that you can decide whether you want to catch us live or do the replay. So with that, we're going to say good night, everybody, and thank you for watching.